There we go. All right. Hey, you guys, and welcome. My name is Savannah. Some of you may not know me because I am not your personal enroller, but I am one of the top leaders on this team, on the Bigger Dreams team. And I wanted to be able to, on Monday nights, answer any questions that you guys may have and then go over some basic training. Now, obviously, whoever has enrolled you is probably going through some training with you already, where they are sending you something on a day-to-day basis, helping you get some posts out, helping you learn how to host a post, and all those amazing things. But we're going to just kind of skim some of the most popular questions that you guys tend to have, and then answer any questions that you may have that maybe I didn't go over at the beginning. So I'm going to tell you just a brief part of my story. So I've been in 4 years this month. So March 4th is my 4-year anniversary, and I had no idea what I was doing. If you're jumping into this and you're like, I've never been a part of anything like this, I've never done anything like this, I have no experience, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't even know what products we have. That was me. I literally did not have any knowledge of the products. I didn't know what we offered. I didn't know what this was going to foretell. I didn't know what I was going to have to do every single day. I knew absolutely nothing. All that I knew was on a Friday night, my husband and I sat down and had the crucial conversation of we didn't know if we could continue making it on the funds that were coming into into our home. And so we had talked about, I had years, probably 12 years experience in the healthcare field. I had done weight loss medical healthcare, trauma centers, ERs, nursing homes, pediatrics. I had tons of experience. It's all I ever done. But once I started having kids, I wanted to be at home. The last job that I had while I was still a mom was I worked third shift as a healthcare tech in the ER at a Trauma One center, and I loved my job, but I hated being away from my kids. So we decided that I would come home and be a full-time stay-at-home mom, because even though it was third shift, it still was not working. I wasn't, as soon as I was coming in the door, my husband was leaving, and it was just horrific. Okay. And so my husband has been an auto mechanic all his life. His parents own one of the largest mechanic shops in North Mississippi. And so that's all he's ever known how to do. And so he was making really good money, even though he wasn't working for his parents anymore. And we lived in central Mississippi. Now he was making like 20, I think he said he got up to like $25 an hour, you guys. So he was making pretty good money. But as a family of 4 at the time, it just was not enough. We had bills, we had debt, we had life happen, all kinds of things it was just falling apart. So we had talked about me possibly going back to work, maybe even getting a part-time job. And I just couldn't be away from my kids. I couldn't do it. So I prayed a prayer, and I remember on Sunday morning, I remember being in the prayer room of our church and literally saying, God, you know exactly what's out there for me. You know the perfect job opportunity for me. You know, we had researched everything. We had researched at-home jobs, like customer service jobs where you would need like an extra phone line or an extra Wi-Fi service, and we couldn't afford to invest all that money in that. And some work at home jobs required you to have a separate room. We lived in a little bitty trailer, a rental trailer at the time, and we didn't have any extra rooms in our house to be able to make an office or of some sort. We didn't have the money for like expensive internet. Actually, we didn't have the means for expensive internet because we lived out in the middle of nowhere. So we had researched all the things, coding, all the things that come with a nice little package that says you can work from home. There's usually some type of investment in it, just like with anything. And so I was like, God, you know the answer to my prayers. You know what I need. You know our situation. And so that Sunday night, a young lady on this team messaged me, and she was like, hey, would you like to make extra money from social media? And I'm like, yes. I mean, I was one of the rare. Now, I was a unicorn. A lot of people in this business, they're not going to tell you yes the first time you talk to them, but you are going to have some of those from time to time. And I was one of those. I was a unicorn and I said yes. Even though I had no idea what I was doing, I didn't know what the products were. I didn't know what the company was. I didn't know what the compensation plan. I didn't know if the company had just started. I didn't know who Mark and Cindy Pentecost was. I didn't do any of those things. So all the people that say, well, I've got to research this out, I didn't do any of that. Okay. And so I jumped in, I said yes. We technically didn't even have the $99 to start. We just kind of used the $99, even though it probably was not smart, like to the natural mindset. But now looking back as an entrepreneur and now as two business owners, we are like, that was a great decision. It was an investment, it was a risk, but it was a great decision. Okay. So that's my starting out story. I started out ignorance on fire. I had no idea what I was doing. I literally turned to YouTube for everything, but now you have an amazing duplicatable system that you are following along now, and you are getting trained to be in this business. Okay. So that was in 2017. I joined in 2017. I went Ruby in 2017. 2018, in 2017, I started hearing all the crazy stories that people had retired their husband doing this business. So in 2018, in May, my husband turned in his resignation letter and he came home as a full-time dad. So I retired my husband in 2018. I took my account Diamond. His account was, I think, Ruby at the time. 2019, I went double and I took his account to Diamond. And then in 2019, he was like, okay, I've been home enough. I've been a stay-at-home dad. I feel like I've taken advantage of the opportunity to be my wife with my kids. I think I want to go into real estate. And then at this time, we had Oakley. And so we had our third baby girl. And so he was like, I think I want to do something else where I still can own my time. I still can tell my time where to go. I make the final decision. So in 2019, he took his real estate exam. He became a real estate agent January of 2020, which was the year of COVID. Okay. Also in 2019, I went double diamond. So I was already making enough money to where I had a comma in my paycheck. And so now in 2000, so now in 2000 and sorry. So now in 2019, I went double. My husband went diamond. I mean double, and he went diamond. And so a double diamond paycheck is an average of $4,000 a month. A diamond paycheck is an average of $2,000 a month. And 2020, in the year of COVID, I kept my account at double and I took my husband's account to double. So we have two double diamond paychecks coming into our home. And then here we are in 2021, and we are really focusing on our team and helping our team get and meet those goals that they are wanting to meet. So that's my story. The house that you see me sitting in, this is our first home. We purchased this home in 2019, all because of this business. So just remember, reverse back. My husband was getting his real estate license. He didn't have a job. I was the only one bringing in an income. And because of this business and this opportunity, we were able to purchase our first home in 2019. We've purchased multiple vehicles with cash during this opportunity. My kids attend a private Christian school, and all because of this opportunity. So if you're not really sure what you have in your hands right now, let me be a voice for you. You have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to make $200 a month. You have an opportunity to make $500 a month. You have an opportunity to make $2,000, $4,000, $10,000 a month. You have an amazing opportunity, but what are you going to do with it? So we are giving you tools every single day, and we want you to utilize those tools and take advantage of those tools. So I have a little slideshow we're just going to kind of go through really quickly. And just talk about a couple of things. And so I wanted to go through this slide this time because I felt like it addresses maybe a few questions that you may have, especially if you just started out. So as you all know, one of our top sellers is our coffee. But right now I have no doubt that gummies might be neck and neck with the coffee. The gummies are amazing. let's see here. How do we go to our next slide? There we go. We have something for everyone, and we really do. We have something for everyone. We have coffee, we have pills, we have gummies, we have caffeine-free weight loss products, we have caffeinated weight loss products, we have energy, which is like instant energy pixie sticks. We have an amazing skincare line. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My mom, she got a really nice skincare line, because I told her, I was like, I don't do anything if it's got fragrance in it. I'm fragrance free all the way. And so she was like, well, I bought you some for Christmas, and I'm like, okay, and so I'm very frugal. You guys will know, the more you get to know me, you will understand I'm just not. I just don't blow money. I'm very reasonable with my money and keeping it. And so when she bought me this, I was like, okay. I was like, well, I'll use, once I run out of my It Works stuff, I'll use this. And then once I finish with this, I'll go back to my It Works skincare. You guys, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I cannot wait to get back to my It Works skincare and to use up this stuff that she gave me, because I can tell such a huge difference in my skin now that I haven't been using it for a while. So have you ever heard of that? You don't realize it's worth it until it's gone, and then you're like, man, this is what it was with the skincare for me. We have an amazing hair vitamin and all of that. So here's some before and after pictures you can take a look at. And we have tons of before and after pictures in your team pages, and also in your Connect app, there are some too. One of these that they talk about here, the guy that's got the 2-day span, that is the cleanse, you guys. The cleanse is amazing. Everybody should be on the It Works 2-day cleanse. Even if you're suffering from acne, if you're suffering from gut issues, if you are having a problem losing weight and you need to jumpstart your system, this is an amazing product. We have our It Works Beauty skincare. We have our hair, skin, and nails. So many products, and we have something for everyone. And what we like about this business is you literally can work from anywhere. So anywhere you guys have this amazing phone with you, you can work. So one thing that I want to tell you is, anytime that you're on these Zooms, these power hours, if we're sharing scripts, if we're sharing posts with you guys, copy and paste that, save it into your notes, develop a folder of notes just for It Works stuff, so that you always have it and you don't have to worry about it. Most people join to make an extra $300 to $500 a month, and that was me. I had figured up in my head how much extra I would need to make. If I wasn't going to work, that means I didn't have to pay for daycare, didn't have to pay for car insurance, because I didn't have to get a second car, and I didn't have to pay for gas. I didn't have to pay for lunch while I was gone or at the hospital. And so I figured up how much extra, if I stay home, how much little bit of extra would I need? And it was literally $200 to $300, and that's all I needed extra. And here we are making thousands of dollars a month with this opportunity. So you may start out with something small, but I want to encourage you to do just like our team name says, and that is to dream bigger. Right here, you're going to see the goals that you can hit. Most of you start out at the bottom, just like all of us. If you ever hear someone say, hey, you got to get into the business when it gets started, just a FYI, you guys, this is a 20-year-old business, and we've got people coming in within the last year that are already ambassador and presidential diamond. So it doesn't matter when you enroll. It doesn't matter who you enroll with. As long as you take these tools of consistency and the host to post, and you utilize that, you're going to become successful. So you have distributor, executive, Ruby. I went Ruby in 2017. I kind of jumped Emerald. I had promoted from Emerald to Diamond all in the same month. I went to Diamond in 2018, went to double in 2019, and then took my husband's account double in 2020. So as you can see here, this is an average. And so this is an average based on your volume. And so volume comes from customers. Every single one of your products that you sell has a BV amount. For example, Thermofite X is $39.95 to sell it, but it's worth 31 BV, and that's bonus volume. So we by promoting and going to the next level, you want to enroll more distributors, because you want to help your team grow. Because obviously I can sit here and I can probably get thousands and thousands of volume, but it's so much easier if I've got some other ladies and guys that are doing this with me. So you want to be able to bring in new distributors too and say, hey, you want to do this with me? Get your husband. Now my husband doesn't work at the business. Every now and then, especially when I first started, he would help post for me and stuff like that. But he does absolutely nothing for the business. But I do get two paychecks in our home, one for me and one with my husband's name on it, but I work both accounts. So, and you can do that too. So you'll see here. So what is your goal? Like I want you, if I would like for you to put in a chat, which one of these amounts would change your life right now? What's your goal for March? How would you like to end March? Executive, Ruby, Emerald, how would you like to end March? And that's the first goal that I want you to put in the chat. So if you don't know where the chat is, on your phone, on the bottom right corner, there's three little dots. If you click on that, you're going to see something that pops up that says chat. I want you to put in the chat, what is your end goal for this month? Where would you like to be? How much money would you like to be making this month? Okay. And then if you're on a computer, it's going to be down towards the middle of your screen, or there's also another more button there as well. All right, Cassandra said double diamond. Yes, that could you imagine how much your life would change if you was making $4,000 a month by still being at home with your kids? What an amazing opportunity. Even though I worked in healthcare, I wasn't bringing in $4,000 a month. By the time they took my taxes out, by the time they took insurance out, by the time we figured out how much daycare was, all of that, I wasn't making anywhere close to that. Diamond, Ruby, yes, Diamond's $2,000 a month. That's probably the average of what most Americans make, especially down here in the South, is anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500 a month on average. So to make that much, Ruby, $300 a month. Wow, that's mind blowing. You guys, that is a grocery bill or a light bill or a power bill. Just to be able to take that extra money that you're making just from a side hustle from your phone and then taking it and turning it around and using it to help lighten the load. Okay. All right, let's go to the next slide. And so it's we've already talked about all of that. We've already talked about our monthly averages. And there's one more slide. Okay, so this is the other one that I want to go to. And these are your steps to success. Okay, so you want to know, how do I get there? How do I get to Ruby? How do I get to Diamond? How do I get to Emerald? Tell me all the things, okay? And so I'm going to kind of just go over some basics with you. And the first one is you need to get qualified, okay? You need to run an 80 BV auto ship. Okay. And what that means is you log into your eSuite, and remember how I talked about there's a difference between the price of something versus the bonus volume of something. That's what BV is. Okay. So you want to go into your eSuite, go to auto ship, and you want to set up an auto ship to run every single month. Now, my auto ship runs on the 15th of the month because we get paid by It Works on the 14th of the month. Okay. You technically get paid on the 15th, but Mark Pentecost loves to do it the 14th, sometimes the 13th if it's really good. So he loves to pay us early. So mine usually runs on the 15th of the month. Okay. And there's a couple of things you can do with your auto shipment. Okay. So one of them is maybe you're sitting there and you're saying, I don't have the money to invest. Okay. So to be a business owner with anything, you're going to have to invest money. If you open up an ice cream shop, you're going to have to go buy the ice cream, buy the cones, buy the cups, buy the spoons. You're going to have to invest the money before you ever even start making money. You can't just open the doors and say, well, y'all come buy the ice cream, then I'll actually go and purchase the ice cream. You can't do it. You do have to invest. Okay. So one thing that you can do is you can use this to purchase products that you want to try and you want to use. Maybe you need to lose weight, like me. And so you want to use some weight loss products. Maybe your skincare, you're like, I need a new skincare regime. You need to buy the skincare. Buy some products. Another reverse to that, and I always used to love talking about this, especially when I first started, is you can actually purchase some products to turn around and sell Okay. And then maybe purchase 2 of those, 2 wraps or 2 bags of coffee or something like that. And then your third product, buy you something. It could be just slimming gummies. But it could be just one product. And then those other products that you take, and I did have a breakdown of this last time in the last Zoom. I'll remember to do it next time. But if you were to figure up how much coffee is in a bag, actually, you know what? I'll just figure it up right here for you. If you were to buy 2 bags of coffee, okay, that would be a 30-day supply of coffee. And you're going to turn around and you're like, I've got to make this money back because I really technically don't have the money to spend on ADBV. Totally understand. I got you. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to make 10 sample packs of 3-day trial packs, okay? With the 30 days that you have. You're going to take 30, break them down into 10 3-day sample packs, okay? And you're going to sell those for $20. That's $200 that you're making, and you probably spent $100 on your auto shipment. So you got your third product for free, whatever that little product was, whether it was the slimming gummies, you basically got that for free because you took that first 100, you applied it to your auto shipment. The second 100 is yours to keep for profit. Okay. Now you're saying, well, I still just don't even have the money to purchase my auto shipment. Okay. I've got something else for you. If you don't have enough to run your ADBV auto shipment, you need to at least make sure that you have 150 PBV for the month. And that means personal bonus volume. That's the amount of customers that you bring in. So maybe like I have Diana and I sell a triple threat, 100 BV of product worth to Diana. And then Michelle comes along and she buys 30 BV worth of product. And then let's say someone else comes along and they purchase Fat Fighters 25 BV. That is 155 just in my customers. And that will make me commission qualified. Okay. And so you need to either run an ADBV auto ship that guarantees that you are commission qualified every single month. Now, a lot of people get confused about this. That doesn't mean we kick you out of It Works. Just because you're not commission qualified doesn't mean, oh, you can't be a distributor. There are companies out there that do that. If you don't meet your quota, they kick you out. You don't even get to be a distributor with them anymore. That's not the way this works. We want you to just be commission qualified to make sure that you get a paycheck. Okay, so run an ADBV auto ship or make sure that you have enough customers every single month. I have been in for 4 years, you guys. I've had a car repossessed. I've struggled. I've had no money to buy groceries. I know what it is to be broke. But I've never in 4 years missed an It Works paycheck. Ever. Because they give you the opportunity to do one or the other. To either run your ADBV auto ship or be commission qualified. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions on that first part? Get qualified.
So I have a 90 BV auto ship, but it says that I'm not commission qualified. I'm not quite sure why.
Has it ran yet?
I don't think so, but I did a separate order for this month as well. So I'm not sure.
You mean for March or are you talking about for February?
For February. I did because I put it on auto ship and I thought I was going to get it automatically, like it was going to purchase for February and then keep going for March, but it didn't. So I did a separate order for March and then it's still on auto ship for
Okay, so on the first of the month, it's going to automatically turn back over. So this is a monthly thing. So like you were commission qualified for February, but now since it's March 1st, it may look a little bit different. And you're always commission qualified your first month, I think it is. I think it's still like that. If it's not, I'll recheck and make sure. But I think you're automatically commission qualified your first month. It's just your second month and so forth and so on that you definitely need to make sure that you either run that ADBV auto shipment or you have 150 PBV. Now, you always make sure that if you're placing an order, you want it to go towards your auto shipment, okay? So when you log into your eSuite, don't go and order from orders. Go to your auto shipment and place it. So like what I'll do is I'll go to my auto shipment and I will place an order to run tomorrow. It's the same thing as ordering, except for it's going on my auto shipment and it's going towards that 80 BV, because you can order 20, 20, 20, 20 on your auto shipment and it goes towards the 80 BV. But if you're ordering through the orders link, then it's just going towards PBV. Okay, so we always want to make sure we're ordering through the auto shipment. Okay, so number 2 says to gather customers. Earn a reward for discounted coffee each time you gather 2 new customers. So what this is, and you also, when you do this, you unlock a $150 free product when you gather 6 customers within your first 30 days. So you want to get your 6 customers as quickly as possible, because as soon as you get those 6 customers, you have unlocked $150 and you get to go into the It Works and you get to buy anything that you want to up to $150. Okay. All that you have to do is pay the shipping and the tax. Everything else is taken care of for you. And you want to use your 150 all at once. And then you want to make sure once you see that you got your 6 customers, message your enroller, say, hey, can you send me the video on how to get my shopping spree? We actually have a how-to video on how you can claim your shopping spree. Couple things about your loyal customers. Your loyal customers cannot share addresses. They cannot share addresses with each other. They cannot share addresses with the distributor. They all have to have separate individual addresses. They cannot be the same, and they cannot share forms of payment. So like I can't share a PayPal account with one of my loyal customers. It has to be separated forms of payment. Now, if you're not going for this, okay, let's say you've got your 6 customers, it's 6 months down the line, you're working on different things, okay, and you're not needing customers for qualifications, you're just needing customers for volume. And this may get a little overwhelming, so just bear with me for a second, but just remember in your mind for future reference, okay? But what you can do is, like I have, if I'm enrolling a customer that shares an address with another customer, as long as I don't need 6 customers to do this or 3 customers to do this, and I'm just going for volume, then it doesn't matter. Okay. The only time that this matters, this rule matters, is when you're going for a promotion, like your $150 shopping spree, your fast start bonuses, going for your Ruby promotions, your Emerald promotions, your Diamond promotions. So like right now, I think like there's an Emerald promotion for $5,000. There's a Diamond promotion for $10,000. If you are going for those would all count. But if you're not in a promotion stage and you're just going for volume, then it wouldn't matter. So every time you get your 2 customers, you're going to get a product reward. And there are multiple product rewards. There's wraps, there's coffee, there's energy. And you can go into your eSuite. And I think, I'm trying to remember the exact tab that you would go to. It may just say product rewards or something like that in your orders. Sorry, my eye is itching. But every 2 customers that you get, okay, that don't share the same address or payment information, you get a product reward. So you're going in, you're getting 2, you're getting your 6, you're getting $150 shopping spree. And now on top of that, we're going to give you another reward so that you can use 3 product rewards. Now, if you will go back to the Bigger Dreams team page on your own time and check out, there's some videos that I have uploaded. I will try to remember what the name of it is. But I think it's how to make $1,000 your first month or something like that. And it talks about this system, number 2. It talks about number 2, getting your $150 shopping spree, turning that around and making money, getting your product rewards, turning that around and making money. So if you are like me, like what I was when I was first starting, I was so broke. I was looking for all the ways to make money. And so some of them involved me purchasing products and turning around and making sample packs out of them. Okay. And selling sample packs. After my car got repossessed, you guys, I literally was making my car payment off sample cash. I was making sure I sold $400 worth of sample cash every single month so that my car never got repossessed again. So it's all up to you. Okay. We're not victim mentality here, because you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to make cash, you have an opportunity to make bonuses, you have an opportunity to make commissions, but you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to stop worrying about what people think, and you've just got to go and do the things. Okay, so then part 3 of your steps to success is go Ruby. And when you go Ruby, that means you have enrolled 3 people to do this business with you. Okay, and once you enroll 3 people, you and those 3 people, they need to bring in a minimum of 400 in volume a month, that month, and then a total volume of 2,000, and you will be able to go Ruby and promote to the Ruby rank. Okay, and then we've opened up a whole new world of money. If I haven't already blown you away with the amount of money that you can make, now you've enrolled 3 distributors. So now you can earn what's called fast start bonuses. Okay, because now you're fast start qualified because you got your 6 customers like you were supposed to, and now you're going to get what's called fast start bonuses, and that is for every distributor that you enroll. Once they get their personally 6 enrolled customers, you as the enroller is going to get $150. Okay, and so you're going to do that 3 times. You're going to enroll a distributor, and I like to call them leadership bonuses or training bonuses, because you're going to have to enroll your new distributor, and then you're going to have to teach them how to get customers. Okay, and the amazing thing is we have a duplicatable system where we literally can send you training that you will just send to your new distributors every single day, and you guys can train together. So it's not like you have to know all the rules, all the compensation plan, all the ins and outs in order for you to start enrolling distributors. You can start immediately. I was enrolling distributors my first and second week in the business. So you do not have to wait to do that. Get your 6 customers, start enrolling your distributors, and then start getting your fast start bonuses. Okay, so a few things that you want to make sure that you've already done, and hopefully you have, especially if you started out and you got an email and that's your It Works Connect app. You want to know your why. Why did you start this business? Why? Was it because you needed to buy groceries? Was it because you didn't want to put your kids in daycare? Why did you start your business? Write it down if you have to. If you need to, write your why down and look at it every single morning. Every single time someone tells you no, they don't want your coffee, no, they don't want your business opportunity, look at your why. My why is my kids, to be able to be the one to drop them off at school and pick them up at school and take them and get piano lessons for them and take them on field trips. I don't know about y'all, but I don't trust anybody with my kids. So I don't let them go on field trips by themselves. One teacher with 20 kids is not feasible to me for a field trip day. So I want to be there. I want to be with my kids when they go on field trips. So my kids are my why. So I'm not quitting. I refuse to give up. I refuse to let people make me feel like what I have is not an amazing opportunity, and then I give up. My why, which is my kids, is so much greater than someone telling me I'm in a scam, I'm in a pyramid scheme, MLMs don't make money, or you got in at the wrong time, or your products don't work. I've come too far. I'm 4 years down the road. I don't care what people say anymore. I remember, you guys, I remember in my first year of this business, I remember literally going out to eat with some of my best friends who I thought at the time were my best friends in the world. And literally they laughed in my face. They laughed in my face and told me my dreams were stupid, to think that I could retire my husband by making money from my phone through direct sales. Well, guess what? I retired my husband. Guess what they're doing? Still working jobs on other people's times. You know who's not laughing now? They're not laughing anymore. I'm laughing because I'm like, thank you, Jesus, that I did not give up. And I was determined to make this thing work for me. So I want you to think about what your why is. And your why needs to be so strong that when you're writing it down, you need to be crying. If your why does not make you cry, it's not strong enough, unless you're just not emotional. And that's totally fine too. but I'm an emotional person. So when I got to thinking about that, I started crying. At the end of 2017, once I was making enough money for me to be able to stay home with my kids, you know what? My why changed. And my why became, I'm going to retire my husband. He's pushing 40. He doesn't have the body that he used to have, and this work is getting too hard for him. So I literally refocused my why. You need a strong why. You need something that is going to keep you in when it gets hard and when it gets rough, because it's not going to always be easy. If someone told you that this was easy, they lied to you, and I am so sorry. But if this was easy, I would have 100 people on this new distributor Zoom tonight. But I don't. What I have is some go-getters, some people that are determined that I am not going to let this defeat me. I am going to be an overcomer in this. How much time are you willing to commit to your business each week to meet your goal? Now, when you start out, I recommend that you at least need an hour. You need at least an hour. Now, this could be compound effect. This could be 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. Or it could be 1 hour of focused work. I work better 1 hour of focused work. So every day, because my daughter takes a nap at 12 o'clock, so from 12:30 to 1:30, it's focus time for me. I'm committed at that time that I'm just going to focus on my business at that point. Okay. And so the same thing with you. The same thing with you is getting focused, figuring out how much time are you willing to commit and schedule out your time. If it's not on your schedule, it's not important to you and you don't care. So get a schedule and schedule out your time. Start building your list now. So if you have been receiving some training, you might have already been asked to build a dirt list, people that would buy dirt from you, or a chicken noodle soup list, people that would bring you chicken noodle soup if you had COVID. So how you need to start building your list. Write down a list of people and then message them and say, hey, would you be willing to support me? And so here is a little like, who do you know that loves coffee? Who just loves you, like family, friends, coworkers, neighbors? Who do you know that needs an extra income? And then message them. All right, you guys. So that is the end of our slides. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, so I went ahead and pulled this out because I don't ever want to forget to tell you guys about your samples. So a lot of people are used to getting some type of kit when they get into things like this, and it brings like these samples of products. Our company has been able to save a lot of money by doing it this way. And that is, you need to download the It Works sample app. Okay. And then once you go in there, you're gonna see something that says send samples. You have 7 free credits of samples. You can have all the sample packs sent to your house so that you can use the products and try the products and take pictures with the products. Or you can turn around and take those 7 samples and you can sell them for $15 to $20 a piece and make you some cash. Once people PayPal you, Venmo you, Cash App you, Facebook pay you, however you want them to pay you, once they pay you, then all you need is their address, their phone number, and their email, and you can put in send sample and put in their information, and it will send it to them. So if you will go into the question was, I may have missed it, but where does it say how much BV I have? So when you go into your eSuite, click on reports, and then click on additional reports, okay? And then click on Organization Explorer, okay? And it's literally like when you're looking at the screen, top reports, down bottom, additional reports, over to the left, Organization Explorer. Click on that. The first thing that's going to pop up is all your information. It's going to tell you how many customers you have. It's going to tell you how much BV you have, and PBV you have, and how much GV you have. GV right now is just really going to probably be the same number as your PBV until your team starts growing and you start getting more distributors. The GV means group volume. So that is all the volume that's up under you. But right now, you're just focusing on that letter, that number right above it that says PBV or BV. Great question. Any other questions tonight? You want to make sure that you get plugged in as quickly as possible. In my first year, I went to before COVID hit, we had all kinds of shows and trainings that you could literally go to anywhere. The first one closest to here was in Mobile, Alabama. I went with my mother-in-law, who was not a distributor, but I didn't want to go by myself. I didn't have a team. I had no one around me that did the business. So I just went. And I was able to hear other people's stories. So maybe tonight, you hearing my story, maybe something triggered with you, like, I can do this. Because I remember being in Mobile that night, and a little bitty tiny girl stood up. She was so shy. Her husband did like half the talking for her. But she talked about being a double diamond, going for triple, being so broke, and they had 2 kids. They've just bought their first house. Like, I remember her telling her story, or her husband kind of telling her story for her. But I remember thinking, if she could do this, I could do this. Like, she's so tiny, like she's scared to death. She's totally introverted. Like, I even went over and talked to her, and she opened up a little bit, but she was just so shy and so intimidated. And she was from Picayune, Mississippi. I'm still from a smaller town. It's 250 people, but she was from an even small town as well. And I was thinking, if she can do this, I can do this. So get plugged in. Like tonight at 9 o'clock, every Monday night at 9 o'clock, we have our team training. You're going to be hearing some stories. You're going to be hearing things from other people that have been in the business, what they're doing, all their tips and tricks. They're going to be sharing that with you. Block that time out. Say 9 o'clock, my kids are in bed. My kids are going to bed. I'm putting them to bed. I'm getting their baths done so that I can be on this call at 9 o'clock so I can listen. Or do it while you're doing the laundry or you're doing the dishes. You can always listen into these. Make sure you're plugging into the power hours. We have power hours all day, like 6 o'clock, 12:30, 7:30, 9 o'clock. Like, there's power hours happening all week long for you to be able to plug in. And someone literally is going to get on a Zoom with you and tell you tasks that you can be doing to help grow your business. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording, and then I'm going to open it up for any questions.